Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to talk to you about triplets and duplets and how to play them easily on the piano. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so, and make sure to check the notifications bell to never miss a new video. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to give us a like. In this video, I want to announce that I opened my online lessons booking form. So if you're looking for online lessons, I have some very limited slots at the moment. I'm extremely busy with students, so maybe 2 or 3 slots a week are available at the moment that you can book. There's going to be a link in the description below. So I talked about rhythms in a previous video, the semi-brief, half notes, crotchet, quavers, and so on. In today's video, I want to talk about something more interesting: irregular time divisions. Now, why are they called irregular? In order to understand and play triplets and duplets, we have to understand what they are and how they are different to standard note values or regular note values. Now, if you look at the first example here, we can see some crotchets in the left hand and some quavers in the right hand, and we are in simple time. Simple time means that the beat divides into 2 equal parts. So if I have 4 crotchets, 1, 2, 3, 4, it's going to divide into equal quavers, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So each beat can be divided into 2 equal quavers, and that's basically what simple time means. And every time you see 2, 3, or 4 in the top number of a time signature, it's always simple time. So first of all, let's just do a couple of examples just to make sure that we really understand the basics. Let's try to play the 4 crotchets. I'm going to beat the pulse with my left hand, which is the counting, and I'm going to play, let's pick a random note, just maybe middle C, and play that note with the pulse. So just crotchets, the bottom part this time. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are crotchets, 1 note for each beat. Now let's try to play the upper part, the right hand part, which is dividing this pulse beat into 2 equal quavers. So the pulse is going to be the same, but this time we're going to play the middle C twice in every single pulse. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now in the beginning, you can obviously subdivide your counting, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then you can have a syllable for each of these quavers. So that's the standard quavers, 2 of them in 1 beat. Now what happens if I want to play not 4 but 3 quavers in 1 beat? Now technically that's not possible because 2 quavers make up 1 beat and 3 quavers would make up 1.5 beats. But we've got something in music, something called a triplet, and if you put this triplet sign on 3 notes, 3 equal notes, then it's going to be counted as 2. So in this example, we've got 3 quavers in the right hand, and the 3 quavers would normally make up a dotted crotchet or dotted quarter note. But if you put a little 3 underneath or connect them with a bracket and put a little number 3, they are going to be squeezed into 1 beat. So each quaver is going to be faster than the regular quavers because 3 have to be squeezed into the time of 2. While the regular quavers were 0.5 beats, so half a beat, the triplet quavers are going to be a third of the beat, so 0.3333333 into infinity. And that's why we can't really count out triplets, so we have to go by the feel, or we have to come up with syllables to help us. So if you want to squeeze in 3 notes that normally would take up 1.5 beat into 1 beat, you can use a triplet sign. Now in this video, I'm going to stick to this very simple example of a triplet where we've got 3 equal notes, but triplets can sometimes look a lot more confusing. You don't necessarily have to have 3 equal notes. Here we could have a crotchet, a quaver connected by a bracket and a little 3 under, and that's technically still a triplet even though it's only 2 notes, because the crotchet equals 2 quavers and with the third quaver it makes up 3 quavers. So as long as there's 1.5 beats of any kind of notes, you can put a bracket over them and a number 3 and squeeze them into 1 beat. But again, that's something for a later video. So let's try to play this exercise now that you see on the screen, where the left hand is playing crotchet Cs or quarter notes and the right hand is playing an F above middle C, and it's going to be 3 triplets for every single beat. So let's start with the left hand. 3, 4. Make sure you keep that beat extremely even all the way through, like some kind of a drone. And then the right hand comes in. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this way we played 3 triplet notes against 1 crotchet in the left hand. Now to contrast this with regular quavers, let's do the same notes, but this time quavers in the right hand. So let's start with the pulse again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And now we're playing quavers and crotchets. Now, if you master this, let's try to combine the two because that's where it gets really interesting. So let's try to play 1 beat of quavers in the right hand followed by a beat of triplets, then quavers, triplets, quavers, triplets, alternating between the 2 feels or the 2 different rhythms. The left hand is going to stay in crotchets, so quarter notes, just like a pulse, and the right hand is swapping. So as you could see, I was doing 3 notes, then 2, 3 in 2, but in the same time of 1 beat. So that was what I wanted to say about triplets. And now let's talk a little bit about duplets, which is the total opposite of triplets. So again, the purpose of triplets is to be able to play 3 notes in 1 beat in simple time. So now you can guess duplets do the opposite. It allows you to play 2 notes in the space of 3 in compound time. So in compound time, the main beat divides into 3 equal parts, and time signatures which have 6, 9 or 12 in the top are compound time signatures. If we have a look at the example in 6/8, we can see that there are 6 quavers, but this time they are not grouped into crotchets, quarter notes, they are grouped into 3s, so dotted crotchets or dotted quarter notes. And that's what makes it compound. So in every dotted quarter note beat or dotted crotchet beat, I need to play 3 quavers. Now, what if I only want to play 2 quavers? They have to become slightly longer than the regular quavers in order to fit into the space of 3 quavers. So in this case, we can put 2 quavers in and the little number 2 above them, and that shows that this is a duplet and each quaver is going to be longer, exactly 0.75, and the 2 make up 1.5, so 1.5 crotchets or 3 quavers. So when you play a combination of 3 quavers and duplet quavers, it sounds exactly the same as playing regular quavers and triplets in simple time, but let's just have a look at this example as well. So the left hand, first of all, is going to play the low C again, and the right hand is playing the F again. And left hand is playing dotted crotchets, and the right hand is playing 3 quavers for each dotted crotchet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's the compound time feel, a little stress on the 1 and the 4. And now let's play the duplets. Duplets, duplets, duplets. And now let's combine the 2. So again, we're going to have 1 beat of duplets and 1 beat of 3 regular quavers. Duplets, ba 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 duplets, ba 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 duplets, ba 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 duplets. And it basically sounds identical to triplets and regular quavers, but this is the same kind of rhythm in compound time. So I hope you understand now what triplets and duplets mean and how to play them, how to work them out. Now, in the last section of this video, I want to show you something more challenging that happens in a lot of piano pieces when one hand is playing triplets and the other hand is playing regular quavers. And this can be a complete nightmare because your 2 hands want to follow the same rhythm, or even if not the same rhythm, just the same kind of rhythm divisions. So it's very easy to play quavers and semi-quavers in the other hand, or crotchets and quavers. But when you want to play triplets and regular quavers in the other hand, it's going to be a lot harder. Now let's have a look at this example here where in the right hand we've got triplets and in the left hand we've got regular quavers. If you have a look at the example, you can see that there's no way of perfectly counting out these notes. The right hand first triplet quaver is going to come together with the first left hand quaver, and the second right hand quaver is going to come before the second left hand quaver. Then comes the left hand quaver, and after that comes the third right hand quaver, and then for the next group they start together again. So together, right, left, right. Together, right, left, right. And that's the easiest way to remember it. Now obviously you need to get some kind of evenness in those triplets and the regular quavers as well. So the notes we have are C, G, C and E, D, C in the right hand. And what can happen is it's gonna sound like this. So one of the notes gets really elongated, or other things I heard were so the first two go really quick and the last one gets elongated, but the three triplets have to be exactly the same. So how I would approach this is, first of all, I would play the right hand with the pulse. And then I would play the left hand with the pulse. And then I try to put them together. So slowly, right hand goes first together with the left, then just the right, left, right, together, right, left, right, together, right, left, right, together, right, left, right. So that's the order of the notes. Now I'm going to play it with the right rhythm. And as you could hear, none of the notes come together apart from the first one in each group. And you have to get that feel. I think it's actually easier to concentrate on the triplets, whether it's in the right hand or left hand, and let the regular quavers flow in the other hand. It's going to be more in the muscle memory of how regular quavers go than triplets. So once again. And that's how you play triplets against regular quavers. Now don't forget, triplets and duplets don't just exist for quavers. You can put any note value into triplets. You can have 3 crotchets, you can have 3 minims, you can have 3 semi-breves, you can have 3 semi-quavers. As long as you've got 3 of the same note values, you have to count them as 2 when you count them up, and they're going to fit into the space of 2. The definition of a triplet is 3 notes played in the time of 2, and the definition of a duplet is 2 notes played in the time of 3. I hope this video was helpful to you. I know it's a little bit complicated. I tried to simplify it as much as I could. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comments. Thank you very much, and as always, subscribe for more.